Hey, good morning, y'all. What's going on? Thais here with Hares and Harrows Farmstead. I'm here with my buddy Jay. He has so graciously agreed to drive us out with his horse trailer to pick up these pigs. He's picking up a couple too, so we're picking up 25 total today and bringing them back here. Yeah, it's gonna be good. He looked at me like I was crazy. But yeah, so we're picking them up today and bringing them back to the farm. Gonna get them all tagged up and wanted to share that with you all. So it's gonna be a good day. We'll see you later. Alright, y'all, so we made it here to the farm. We are just waiting on the last of our pigs to be weighed before we load them up in the trailer and hit the road. Guys, so we've got them all loaded up, all 20 of them here. Some of them are tagged. Those are customers' pigs. And then the other ones that are not tagged, they're either going into our freezer or we're using them for our Homesteaders Harvest class. If you haven't checked that out, go to haresandharvestfarmstead.com and click on the classes tab and you'll find a lot more info on it there. Basically what it is us teaching you the step-by-step process of harvesting and butchering the pigs. And we do it in the most respectful way that we possibly can and the most humane, because we hold these animals in absolutely high regard and we want to respect their life even into its end. What we've got them in is this training pin right here. They'll remain here for a week or two until we feel confident that they know not to touch this, which I feel pretty confident now they know not to touch it. I saw quite a few of them run into it and learn their lesson the first time. It does not harm them, it stings a little bit, and they learn the lesson that they're not to go past that. But what this does allow us to do is allows us to make their pastures bigger and more open, so they have free range space to root around and do what they do. So we have these two set up in here real close to the wall, because if you don't, you'll learn the lesson that we learned last year, which is that if you don't, they will run through it first, get shocked, and then run as fast as they can away from it, which that was a whole ordeal, and they were much bigger the first time we tried to move them in there. So we learned that lesson. We won't do that again. But we're just so excited to have them here. The kids and us have been highly anticipating this day, and we're just so stoked that they're finally here. Can't wait to just watch them through this whole season, and can't wait to share them with you all on here. What are you doing? The rest of our ducks and egg birds that we're adding to the flock this year. We didn't need too many because we're already getting 25 eggs a day or so. But we wanted more duck eggs, and so we picked up some more ducks and got some more colorful eggs, because we've really loved having the multicolored dozen as opposed to just the Rhode Island Reds brown eggs, which those were phenomenal, but definitely enjoyed, and our customers have enjoyed having the multicolor eggs. So we've had them in here for about 5 days, and they're doing really, really well. What we did is we had them, and I'll turn the camera around so you can see. What we did was we had them in here for about 3 days, but what I started noticing is that with the water and the feeders taking up so much room, there just wasn't a whole lot of room for them to, one, roam around, and two, for them to go to the bathroom. So they were spreading manure and urine everywhere where they were walking, and it was just getting damp. I had to keep on throwing hay and straw over it, which you would normally do anyway, but I was having to do it every time I came into the barn. So, sorry, I'm a little distracted because they keep biting my feet, which is kind of what they do whenever I'm in here. But yeah, so what we did is we had the post, or we had the electric line from this post to this post, and we just extended that around here, just to kind of give them a little bit more room. So now it's just kind of opened it up a little bit. Their feeders can have enough space. They still have plenty of room to move around in here, but they also have their back area with the water. So it just kind of spreads it out, and I've had to come in here a lot less often. As you can see, the feeders are working great. One of the things that we were worried about was that they would be able to flip them over, which they still might be able to, but we put the stakes in to hold them in place, and that caused them to want to move their feeders and dig them up. So what we wound up with was feeders that were kind of on awkward stilts that tipped the feeders. So we took them out. They work a lot better just sliding around. They're not really trying to flip them over as much as they're trying to move them while they're rooting into their food. As you can see, a couple of them the sides fell off. That's because we didn't glue those. These ones we did glue, and we wanted to avoid glue if we could. One, for cost, and two, just having glue on feeders isn't our most ideal thing if we can avoid it. But sometimes it's inevitable. Not super worried about them eating the glue or anything like that. But yeah, so we glued these. That works fine. So we'll do that for the rest of them and the ones we built from here on out. As far as the electrical line goes, they learned that really well. All of this, they'll follow me. You can even see they'll follow me right up to it, but they're not going to go past it. They're not even going to try at this point. They kind of learned their lesson. They tested the waters a little bit, and we had this when it was over here, across here, we had this hog panel just kind of going right across, and that way they obviously didn't run through. And it's worked really well. But we have just been super excited to have them here. The kids have really, really, really enjoyed having pigs again. Of course, I have too. We just love having the animals here on the barn, or in the farm, and are really, really excited for the rest of this season. So what we're thinking, I don't know if I can find her. I know that this is one of the potential ones right here, but they're all in a huge pile right now. I think she's right here, actually. Yeah. This is her. I think we're going to keep her. We're going to keep her to farrow next year, because had we known we were going to do 20 pigs, we probably would have tried to farrow this year, because it would be
a little bit more cost effective. But we thought we might do 10, and it's just not worth it to do that, because then we got to figure out what to do with the other 3 to 5, sometimes even 6 or 7 more pigs than in a litter. And we'd have to figure out what to do with them, and the feed cost for the sow wouldn't equal less than what we paid for all of these guys. But for 10 of these guys, but for 20, that's where we start saving costs. And farrowing would be just a fun experience on the farm for the kids and all that. So we thought that would be awesome. So we're thinking about keeping them. We're also thinking about keeping one of the Duroc crosses, these red ones right here, because they are a very lean pig, and they're a longer pig, so they'll have a lot more bacon, and that's just another value add product that we can have as a part of our farm. And so we'll probably keep at least one of them, probably 2 of them, but that all just depends on how much we're able to put in the freezer.
Hey guys, one more thing before you go. If you could do us a favor, if you've liked these videos and you've enjoyed the ride so far, please hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification button. That helps us reach more people and share our story with more folks like you. Appreciate it, guys.